This is the father of modern entrepreneurship. It's called Joseph Alois Schumpeter. He coined the word called creative destruction. That is our motto in entrepreneurship. Creative destruction. Positively destroying what exists and replacing it with something better. Kwetu, for example, Patrick will tell you, when M-Pesa came, M-Pesa was just money transfer. Tulikuwa tunatumia ma post office, ma telegrams, ma whatever, even ma buses. Unapeleka nipeleke huko na ma risk ilikuwa. Sasa M-Pesa came and destroyed that and replaced it with something better, sindio? And now it has gone. Now even online banking, now that is entrepreneurship. That is innovation, that's creativity. And that is the principle of entrepreneurship, creative destruction. Hata ukienda to complain on something, you must suggest something that is better than what you are. So, for that matter, you can see the cycle of creative destruction. New combination of productive means, new productive unit, new plus old productive unit, combination cycle. So we always think, you take this one, how can I make it better? And if your mind goes on, and you bring them better, that's creative. How can I plan better? How can I cook better? If that keeps on in your mind, you know, they say, even a lie told many, many times becomes the truth. So if you cheat yourself that you are creative, you become creative. Maybe you just cheat yourself. So let it be constantly with using it. Every time questioning. You're a kid. Be like a kid. They question. Entrepreneurship is greatest among, age 18 to 25 as research, generally speaking. But creativity is higher, ages 3 to 6 or something. Sa ile watoto wanakuuliza mama nilitoka wapi? Basi kule Kenya mtoto mmoja akaendea mama akamuuliza mama nilitoka wapi? This is a family with a boy and a girl. I don't know how to tell the ages. Sasa akauliza mama mimi ni the boy. Mama mimi nilitoka wapi? Mama akaona sasa kujibu. Akashindwa akasema nenda uliza dadi. Mtoto akakaa siku moja mbili akaenda dadi. Dadi mimi nilitoka wapi? Sasa dadi ajui hii swali limeulizwa already kwa mama. Mtoto tunamsema nenda uliza mama. Na huyo mtoto anatoka kwetu, mimi ni Mluya. Na Waluya ni football guys. Tuna hiyo kadenge. Hiyo kadenge unaona. Sasa mtoto akasema sasa ninachapa kama football bwana, mara huku, mara huku. Na hao watu no walikuwa ni a 2-bedroom house. Yao bedroom na hiyo ingine ya watoto na boy and girl. Sasa one time wakawa careless. Kule kwa tunasema Mombasa raha. Unajua Mombasa raha bwana? Sasa mama na baba wana Mombasa raha yao na wako careless. Na hiyo ni raha kweli, si ndio? Bwana. Kama usiku utauliza Patrick Slow ya kuambia Mombasa raha. Sasa mtoto akaona kumbe watoto hutengenezwa hivi. Basi nitatengeneza mtoto. Wakafunga na sister yake. It's a true story. Mpaka sister akapata mimba. Sasa mama ni mwalimu, very sad, akajinyonga. Baba akaenda drunkard. Sasa the whole family were destroyed just because of not being able to answer simple questions. Sex education. We think that we should not. Now you have to be creative and innovative on how to answer them when they ask you. Inquisitiveness, your age. If you gloss over it, it can blow, isn't it? So you have to know as a parent how to answer it and all that. So, nilitoka wapi, hii ni nini, blah blah blah. Borrow that, but don't ask mama nilitoka wapi, maana wewe mwenyewe ni mama. Sasa you ask, how can we plan this better? Why did they say? Why did they use concrete and not this, and all that? So, those of you who did economics know this. This is demand and supply. Entrepreneurs have a big quarrel with economists. Nani alifanya economics and undergrad, whatever. Popote, yeah, you did, ndio. Sasa hii demand and supply. Alafu nasema equilibrium, ndio. Alafu nasema the market forces. And let the market forces, they will do what? They will equilibrate, ndio. The forces of demand and supply, the price will. Tunasema, God forbid, entrepreneurs, tunasema the invisible hand. Economists, at the invisible hand ya Adam Smith, wapi? We entrepreneurs are the visible hands on the market. So what we are destroying the equilibrium. That equilibrium that you have here, creative destruction. We don't like status quo, entrepreneurs. We don't like to be like everybody else. We want to be different. Entrepreneurs in some cases are monopolists. They want to be the only ones doing this, and when you do that, everybody comes. If you do something different and better, everybody will come, not market forces. It is you making it better so that people come to you. But otherwise, business people sit and say, you see, the market forces. Wanakuja, mtaani demand is very low, now supply is very high. And what are you doing yourself? Why don't you create that demand yourself? By not selling the same sugar that everybody is selling. Mix sugar with honey. Say, or this sugar is already mixed with honey, isn't it? Sasa mtu anasema, this sugar is different from this one. What watakuja? To market forces, for even sake. So economists and entrepreneurs differ on that. We believe that in the long run, the market forces will, in the long run, all of us will be dead. Why we don't go in that equilibrium, we destroy it. We come and find that things are homogeneous, because to be there, economists say that the product homogeneous, there are many buyers, there are many sellers, all those unrealistic conditions. Alafu wana add nini? Kitu kimoja hiyo low demand mna add kawad kingine hapo. Ceteris paribus. What does ceteris paribus mean? All the other things held, and what we know that is always constant. Change, isn't it? Change is the one that is always constant, nothing else. So when they tell you holding all other things constant, one thing, population, you think population is ever constant. One thing, test, you think test is ever constant. Sasa, economists, we differ from there. They are too theoretical, they are not practical, they relate us to the trade. So, creative destruction. Creative destruction destroys the economic equilibrium via innovations. So we replace it with better, isn't it? Thus I want you to use economics for knowledge purposes, but practical purposes, be entrepreneurial. And therefore, I'll not go to that. That's what we do, we destroy it. There's no perfect competition anywhere, which talks of all suppliers are price takers, they are rational buyers, there are many sellers, there are no barriers to exit. All these are unrealistic. Now in Kenya, we have a problem with the banks and bank rates and all that. And then look at it. No barrier is There are lots of barriers even in Tanzania to banking industries, isn't it? You don't just wake up and start a bank. There are those barriers. Now, no externalities. They are always there. Let's do another one. Many buyers. Yes, we have very many buyers of bank services. But are they many sellers? It's an oligopoly, isn't it? In Kenya, it's about 50 banks in a population of 40 million. So anyway, so what we are saying that we are, economists and economists are twins, but they are not identical twins. You can distinguish the two. So I'm not preaching economics, I'm preaching entrepreneurship. And I've talked about the Safaricom already. I talked about that. This is the same. We can, I think Florence will give you these slides later, you can look at them. I want to, there was a city example that I wanted. Okay, now let's relate to your planning. Schumpeter listed several ways in which innovation can occur. You introduce a new good, or you introduce a new method of production, or you open a new market, or you conquer a new supply or raw materials, or you carry out a new organization. And someone related to your planning. The introduction of new types of urban space, that is now introducing a new good, isn't it? If you can invest in introduction of new types of urban space for producing, servicing, working, like now that disorganized market that you saw in the picture, I hope someone said we can organize, isn't it? That market is very disorganized. You cannot even pass. If you can come and maybe build it so that the buyers are here and everybody nakipanda yake, ndio. Sasa mtu anatembea huku ana kama buffet, tutaenda lunch mko buffet, ndio. But those people are sitting all over, ndio. So as an urban planner, you say let us bring a new model of doing business in our town. So that tunabili kwa banda yao. Sasa mtu, you don't remove them. You remove them, they will be up in arms. But we just identify, you know. Number two, new methods of space or place production to create location-specific advantages for producing goods or other urban activities. And we have been given recent examples, including the installation of new physical, social, and cybernetic infrastructures and all that. Number three, opening new markets, whether by place marketing or specific cities or new areas, or modifying the spatial division of consumption. Those are examples in your, finding new sources of supply to enhance competitive advantage. Examples include new sources of or patterns of immigration, judging the cultural mix of the cities. I showed you the Gogo tribe, isn't it? They are doing their own cultural whatever. If we can plan so that we have an exchange place where that culture can be enriched, the Hehe come in, the whatever they come in and all that, and enhance that, refiguring or defining the urban hierarchy. I think that's what the memorandum is about. We want the organization of our urban management. So you are trying to already play entrepreneurship. So the specific things municipalities could do: establish a strong generalized support system, and I think that's what you're trying for. It operates on the basis of being open to everyone and delivers a mix of online, but that you are already an organized, whatever you are, to me, already there. So we would have again broken into groups to do more proposals, but in the interest of time, I leave you stimulating social entrepreneurship. I have a few Tanzanians who are very good social entrepreneurs. Speaker Mnamjua, Victoria Kishombe is a Tanzanian social entrepreneur. Who is a social entrepreneur? Now, an entrepreneur who is creative and helps others, not for the sake of his own profit. And I've given you those examples. Tunatoa hiyo microfinance, Selfina in Tanzania. maybe we can Google it. It was founded in 2002. There are more. Victoria Kisombe, that's the lady. Mnajua hiyo sote tunaweza. There's an organization, you know, they are social, anaitwa Daniela Barajas and Priscilla Makundi. If you find them out, these are guys who can even come and help your cities on how to enhance social entrepreneurship and improve the status that we saw. So, supporting creative and cultural industries, we have already seen some pictures there. If you can also go out of your way and support those cultural things proposed, that will be okay. We have seen bananas there. Look at what we can get from bananas. You know these ones? Women, not women. Women, eh? Chunguza hiyo sana. Hiyo kitu is good for women, not women. You keep mzuri sana. But I was coming and there are a lot of banana plantations on the way, and we are only focusing on the bananas, ndio? Not inside there, yeah. Read about it. So ladies, cook it for them. Madam, patie hiyo. Angalia social entrepreneurship. Sio ni banana. This is now entrepreneurship, ama sio? So you got the people, the cities are encroaching with the banana and they got banana, they throw away. Now this thing, the water that look, this is Sukuma Wiki. Social entrepreneurship. Building on your city's sector strengths and strategic assets. First of all, you have to find them. What are your strengths? And this will be a SWOT analysis, and I'm going to show you how to do a SWOT analysis. You'll do what are our city's strengths and how can we build on them. This one I did it because I had enough time in Uganda when we were doing portfolio, and this is a SWOT analysis that I did. Maybe we can borrow from it. We found the strength. The cities was founded in 1893. Gave it has a good reputation, very good administrative experience. It is now had city status, favorable location. We can relate this to Dodoma. Dodoma has also this trend, some of this. You know, it is an administrative saddle of the country, isn't it? All this can also be found in Dodoma. But it has weakened. Political bickering. Mimi naona hapa Tanzania iko. Yetu kwetu tunayo like ya Tanzania, lakini yetu bwana huwezi kukombea na hapa. Yetu ni kali. Maana hatuna makufuli huko. Ana punch. Kwetu ni handshake. Lakini hiyo punch hiyo yenyewe, hiyo ni handshake. Huku mna punch. Sasa political bickering hata hapa iko. Weak infrastructure, yes, weak. Just go outside there, you see it's weak. Poor maintenance of roads, that's true. All over, even hapa. Inadequate finances, of course, we also have it here. Weak entrepreneurial culture, which is also true. And then we did the opportunities. We have development partners, you also have them. We have, okay, that one on, I don't know what we have. You have also oil prospects. Yes. You can have prospects here. You have attractive hinterland, Tanzania hinterland, very attractive also. You have a consultant for hire, which is here. Patrick is here. These are consultants. You identify them. We have alternative sources of power. I was coming and I saw, was it in Vietnam or whatever, the wind. In power. Of course, then we have this one, of course, Kasese is in relation to Portland. I don't know which will be contributing to them, but you know you are going back to your city, so you do relative to your cities in India and all that. So once we have done that, sasa ndio naanza kutengeneza now strategies. Because the way you do SWOT analysis is good, but we can do. Now when we did that for portfolio, we combined all those trends, one whatever, and said, write development proposal to development partners and others. That memorandum that you're writing is one of them. You're supposed to write to Patiani, develop an entrepreneurial policy. Like home tourism. I showed you those pictures, isn't it? You can have, like the first picture, you can have air balloons just for people to walk and watch. It's so beautiful how Dodoma, the first picture, it is from the air, isn't it? So if you can develop those air balloon, whatever internal tourism, they will be viewing it as beautiful as you are seeing it. Okay? Then you go on, you say our weaknesses. These weaknesses must reduce them first before you do anything. So you start now looking at the weaknesses and opportunities and say you design entrepreneurial programs. Like you design social development for the town. You see? You do what we call public-private partnership. That was for Portal. You can also do it here. So what I'm saying is that when you go sit down and you do all your strengths, weakness, whatever, then now you start brainstorming. Now that we have these strengths, how can we use them to tap the opportunities? But you must start by addressing the weaknesses. Because if there's even only one weakness, it will destroy everything else. So this is something that again would have gone out to do, but I hope you can watch me on those links. They will give you more about what I'm talking about, my own YouTube. And nasema asanteni sana, because you're not clapping for me and saluting for me, I can do it myself. I mean, please. Sasa hiyo session iko over. Bwana Amanda. Labda tuna maswali. Yes. Banana.